Thank you. You may be seated. Honorable Speaker of Buffalo City, Executive Mayor of Buffalo City, as well as the Chief Whip in absentia, Buffalo City councillors that are here with us, the traditional leaders, as well as our distinguished guests. We have indicated before the break that we will be expected to be back in the House at 3 o'clock. The time now is 3 o'clock, and we will be proceeding with the business of the day. You are all greeted. It must be noted, honorable members, that we are live on our social media platforms. So therefore, if there is someone whom you know who is not part of us today here in the House, whom would have wished to be part of us, please do indicate to them that they can log in one of our social media platforms, which one of them is YouTube, Facebook, as well as X, where our proceedings can be viewed live. Honorable members and our distinguished guests, we must acknowledge the presence of 10 students and 2 educators that have joined us today are from the BCC. Can you please stand up, students, so that you are welcomed in the House? Thank you very much. They are doing financial management at BCC. Those are our guests for the day. Also, honorable members, it must be noted that this, according to the Hindu Diwali month, so we are celebrating Diwali. Happy Diwali to everyone that is here. Honorable Kasim, do you want to stand up and or you're not part of the religion? Okay, it's fine. The reason why I'm asking is because that smile says something. Thank you very much, honorable members. I will now call upon the Secretary to read the first subject matter for discussions.
Matter of public importance, subject for discussion in terms of Rule 126, empower our people, building our nation, together we strengthen democracy and drive progress.
Thank you very much. I will now call upon the Chief Whip, Honorable Makashela, to introduce the topic. Okay. Honorable Makashela, on your right-hand side, you can see your minutes there. I do not have to stop you. Because there are people like Honorable Kasim, whenever I stop them, they think that I am robbing them of their time. Today, I've organized down there, Honorable Kasim. You won't have to bring, you won't have to bring your wash on the podium. Thank you very much, Pele. You have 20 minutes, and your 20 minutes starts now.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker, the Honorable Acting Premier, Honorable members of the Executive Council, Honorable members of the Provincial Legislature, leaders of the African National Congress and all the alliance partners, leaders of other political organizations represented in this House, Honorable Chair of Chairs in absentia, the doctor without the surgery, Chairperson of the House of Traditional Leaders, Religious Fraternity, the host of the 2025 Taking Legislature to the People, the Executive Mayor, Councillors and residents of Buffalo City Metropolitan Municipality, our esteemed guests and fellow South Africans, good afternoon. Sanbulisa Kwipondo, Lempuma Koloni, the home of legends. Deputy Speaker, in terms of Rule 126 of the Standing Rules of the Eastern Cape Provincial Legislature, I rise today to introduce a matter of public importance that demands our urgent attention and deliberations. The topic, as earlier read, reads as follows: empower our people, building our nation. Together we strengthen democracy and drive progress. This topic strikes at the very heart of our democracy and the future of South Africa. It embodies a principle enshrined in our founding documents, the enduring commitment that, I quote, "the people shall govern," close quote. This principle is not only a cornerstone of our constitutional democracy, but also a prerequisite for fostering a prosperous, progressive, and inclusive South Africa, free from shackles of racism, sexism, and systemic inequality. In reflecting on the remarkable achievements of our democracy over the past 31 years, the topic provides an opportunity for us to celebrate how far we have come whilst critically charting a path forward. It challenges us to consider how we can empower all South Africans, particularly women, youth, and those living in poverty, to participate meaningfully in shaping the future of our society. Deputy Speaker, Dr. Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, our world-renowned figure and South Africa's first democratically elected president, once said, I quote, "I have cherished the ideal of democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities," close quote. I stand here to affirm that today's topic, empower our people, building our nation, together we strengthen democracy and drive progress, is something that the African National Congress holds extremely seriously, simply because the Freedom Charter, which states that, I quote, "the people shall govern," serves as the foundation of our Constitution's tenets of nation building, empowering our people, and advancing democracy and fostering growth. This is not an abstract matter. It is one that touches the daily lives of millions. It speaks to the core values of our nation and demands that we debate in this House. The challenges facing our country today, which includes, but not limited to, poverty, unemployment, persistent inequality, the exclusion of marginalized voices, gender-based violence and femicide, tariffs hikes, and weakening of civic participation are stark reminders that our work is far from over. In recognition of the countless sacrifices made by many ANC stalwarts and leaders to free themselves from the shackles of unfair segregation by a chosen few, the ANC-led government has made sure that everyone has access to equal rights under the law, land access, free and equal education, employee rights, minimum wage, and job security, good and reliable housing, healthcare and welfare, growth and self-determination, social transformation in South Africa. Indeed, Honorable Deputy Speaker, under the ANC-led government, South Africans have exercised their constitutionally guaranteed right to vote freely for the party of their choice without any restrictions since the first historic post-apartheid elections held on the 27th of April 1994. This milestone marked the dawn of democracy and the unwavering commitment to uphold the freedom enshrined in the Constitution. Our Constitution attests to the ANC's commitment to empowering our people, advancing democracy, and building our nation for a better life for all. This makes it abundantly evident that everyone under ANC-led government, regardless of background, color, or creed, is entitled to the same fundamental rights, including the right to life, liberty, freedom from discrimination, and equal access to opportunities. The will of every individual, irrespective of gender, ethnicity, or any other social standing, forms the foundation of our government's authority as the African National Congress. The ANC-led government continues to create a better life for all through comprehensive technological advancement, sustainable development, and equity, while preserving the hard-earned triumphs of our democracy. The ANC prioritizes economic growth, job creation, and service delivery in its decisive interventions. Honorable Deputy Speaker, empowering our people, building our nation together with strengthen democracy and drive progress is not just mere platitude. The ANC-led government in the Eastern Cape is dedicated to the road ahead, as evidenced by the following accomplishments. With 45,662 bachelor's degree passes and 36,640 distinctions, the 2024 matric class set a record for the greatest matric rate since 1994 at exactly 84.98%. The Census 2022, General Household Survey 2023-2024, and Eastern Cape Provincial Report state that 88.1% households have access to improved sanitation, 95.5% have access to electricity for lighting, and 65% have access to electricity for cooking. Comprehensive road maintenance and improvement projects, including the reconstruction of important highways such as N2, N6, and so on. The highest bridge in Africa, the Mthendu Bridge, would significantly reduce the current travel time between Durban and East London, whilst enhancing safety and connectivity. In places like Ndabakazi, Kumcha, Bisho, Ngoshwa, and Dr. A.B. Kuma local municipalities, there's a significant improvement there, which makes us a construction site as the province of the Eastern Cape. Honorable Deputy Speaker, all these catalytic projects advance our local economy by generating employment opportunities, transferring skills, and expanding business prospects, particularly for small, medium-sized enterprises who serve as local contractors. More importantly, the construction of community and whole roads will have a positive ripple effect. Deputy Speaker, it is true that empowerment, nation building, strengthening democracy, and driving progress are not merely campaign slogans. They are constitutional imperatives. These principles represent the promises we have made to the people of South Africa, and it is our duty to ensure that they are fulfilled. This topic offers us a platform to reaffirm our commitment to these promises and to outline steps to realize them. Over the past 31 years of our democracy, the ANC has made sure that our people have benefited from Section 27 of the Constitution, which ensures that everyone has the right to social security, adequate food and water, and health care accordingly. I think those are matters that were ventilated here by the people in the morning. This House must develop a clear plan of action to address service delivery problems in rigorous and professional manner, ensure that there is sufficient political will to hold the public servants responsible for corruption and maladministration, enhance our systems for increasing community accessibility to the Eastern Cape Provincial Legislature, particularly the youth. Deputy Speaker, we firmly believe that even though we have made great strides in empowering our people, building our nation, strengthening democracy, and fostering progress, there are still people who live in poverty, people unemployed, and in high unequal society, which shows that we can still do more if we work together. Together, let's work towards a common goal of enabling the Eastern Cape Province to thrive, not tomorrow, but today. The ANC urges all members in the Eastern Cape Provincial Legislature to join hands in this collective effort, ensuring that we empower our people, the nation gets to be built, and together we strengthen democracy and drive progress. The debate on this matter of public importance will not only serve the public interest, but will also enhance democratic accountability. It offers us a chance to critically evaluate how we, as public representatives, are carrying out our constitutional mandate to empower citizens and drive progress in our country. Honorable members, this issue transcends party politics. It is about collective responsibility we all share to strengthen the foundation of our democracy and ensure that every South African has a voice in shaping the future. Therefore, I urge this august House to prioritize this critical topic, debate it extensively now in pursuit to demonstrate our shared commitment to empowering our people, building our nation, and strengthening our democracy for generations to come. I thank you so much, Deputy Speaker, and I have saved you 5 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Makasela. We'll keep that 6 minutes so that when you debate again, we don't know when it will be. You know that you have 5 minutes. I will now call upon the Democratic Alliance, Honorable Dr. Noots. Honorable Dr. Noots, you have 9 minutes, and your 9 minutes starts now. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Deputy Speaker. So, Honourable Deputy Speaker, I want to greet especially the people of Buffalo City here today, as well as our members and our acting Premier and also the members of the opposition. Honourable Deputy Speaker, so the point of a matter of public importance, which is what we are debating here at this podium right now, is to talk about the things that matter to the people of Buffalo City. But how do we come to taking legislature to the people and talk about matters that don't matter to the people of Buffalo City? How do we use the biggest platform of public participation and tell them that the topic that the legislature has selected for you today is strengthening democracy and driving progress. But let me tell you this, Honourable Deputy Speaker, the things that the people of Buffalo City want to talk about are things like the US tariffs that had a massive effect on the automotive industry, especially Mercedes-Benz South Africa right here in East London. Those are the things people want to talk about. That is a matter of public importance. They want to talk about the fact that we've had unprecedented job losses in the automotive sector. The 40,000 people working in that industry in Buffalo City alone want to talk about those things. They want to talk about the collapse of service delivery in Buffalo City. They want to talk about how factionalism and infighting is bringing the city to its knees. They want to talk about the 1.4 billion loss of the electricity department and how the people of Buffalo City, with an increase of 18 to 30% in tariffs, have to pay for incompetence and maladministration. That is a matter of public importance. They want to talk about poverty and inequality. They want to talk about how government has failed to create a conducive environment for job creation for the people of Buffalo City. But the reality is that I have written to the Speaker twice to say, let's talk about the US tariffs. Let's discuss how it affects the people. Let's reassure the people that we are intervening, that we are doing something about this, that we are continuing to negotiate. The fact that the ANC-run Eastern Cape refuses to debate these issues here today tells me two things. Either that they are not willing to talk about it because they don't have solutions and they cannot offer you any hope, or secondly, that they are that out of touch that they don't even know that these are the matters that is important to the people of Buffalo City. But by all means, a government that refuses to debate a crisis is a government that has already abandoned its people. But let's talk about
Honourable Knudse,
Deputy Speaker.
please excuse me. Honourable Deputy Chief Whip, on what rule are you standing on? May you please take your seat, Honourable Knudse? Can we get a third chair? Can we get a third chair? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I was just wondering if the member...
Wait. I'm the only presiding officer here. Yeah, and I don't want any assistance from anyone. Honourable Chief Whip, Deputy Chief Whip, on what rule?
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I'm just checking if the member is prepared to take a question about the US and tariffs.
Are you prepared, Honourable Knudse?
Honourable Deputy Speaker, I'll make a commitment. As soon as the Premier answers a single of my emails, I will take a question.
All right. You may continue.
Honourable Deputy Speaker, but by all means, let's talk about strengthening democracy and driving progress. And let's start having that conversation by answering only 5 questions to account to the people of Buffalo City. Firstly, how will government create a conducive environment for job creation for the 113,000 people of Buffalo City that are unemployed? Secondly, what will government do to assist half of the people in Buffalo City that have to rely on social grants? That's 1 per family. What hope does government have for the 40,000 people in the automotive industry that have to live in fear every day because they don't know if they will have a future or be able to put food on the tables for their families? What commitment can you make the people of Buffalo City that you will improve service delivery, that you will invest in infrastructure, and that they will have a meaningful life right here in the city that they love? Honourable Deputy Speaker, if you refuse to talk about the things that matter to people, you will lose the trust of the people. But it seems that you have gone to extraordinary lengths to avoid really speaking to the people at this platform about the things that matter to them. In fact, Honourable Deputy Speaker, people that came here today to talk about health and education and hospitals and clinics and schools will have to turn away because they cannot speak about these things on this platform. They came here with those questions and they will not be able to ask them. Maybe we must start understanding what democracy really means. Two of the cornerstones of democracy. The first is public participation, effective and meaningful public participation, which means we have to have the difficult conversations. And we have to keep leaders accountable, and we cannot do that if you're unwilling to talk about the things that matter to people. The second thing is human rights. We are talking about access to water, access to electricity, but also access to healthcare, access to education. And please do not come and stand here and say that we at whole of the House oversight on health and education, because oversight does not have a public participation component, and it is not the same thing. But Honourable Deputy Speaker, the DA is not afraid to ask the hard questions, because we have got real answers. We know what it takes to turn a metro around. We've done it before. We've done it right here in the Eastern Cape, and we've done it in Nelson Mandela Bay. In fact, there are various things that you can do right now to give hope to the people in the automotive industry that worry every night that they cannot put food on their tables. A proactive government cannot look on while people fear that they will be able to survive. But my message to the people of Buffalo City is this: I urge you not to stop asking the difficult questions.
Honourable Member, you have 2 minutes left.
I urge you to not stop talking about the things that really matter to you. I urge you not to give up on Buffalo City. Believe in a Buffalo City that works, one that delivers services, one that creates jobs, and lifts people out of poverty onto a road of prosperity. Keep believing in a Buffalo City where you are safe and can have a meaningful life of dignity. But know that if you want this, you will all have to work together. Remember that our quest for a meaningful life, and one where we are furthering democracy and making progress, is one where we say, until all of us are free, none of us are free.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honourable Gnotse. Honourable Kasim, whatever you have done to our good doctor, was sorry, I've never seen her so angry like this, ever. And I blame you. I will call upon the UTM now. Honourable Kayla. Honourable Kayla, you have 3 minutes, and your 3 minutes starts now.
Deputy Speaker, members of the EXCO, members of the Legislature, inkosi zomthonyama, nabafundisi mandinibulise. The United Democratic Movement believes that the true test of our democracy is whether ordinary people are genuinely empowered to exercise their freedom. Freedom of choice is not limited to political expression. It is about giving every citizen the power to determine their destiny,
Order, honourable members.
To choose opportunities to live with dignity and to shape their future through access to education, employment, and justice. In the context of Buffalo City Metro, empowerment must begin with education, skills development, access to economic opportunities. When our youth have the knowledge and capacity to make informed decisions about their living lives, they become active builders of their communities and contribute to our shared prosperity. Economic empowerment also demands inclusive, transparent governance. The UDEM calls for strengthening of local economic initiatives, small business support, township enterprise development, so that and require the procurement of processes. The UDEM insists that all public reps members must be part of assisting the community, that every cent spent is for the betterment of our people. Honorable Speaker, nation building demands ethical leadership, accountability. Corruption and maladministration and poor performance undermines the government, undermines the freedom of our constitution that constitution guarantees. It is therefore important that the government restores trust by upholding the highest morals. Democracy thrives when people are empowered. Bantu bakuthi eli xesha likho ngokwenyani lincinci wena ixesha. Kulo nyaka uzayo nizonikwa ithuba ubana i-strategy inantsika idemokhrasi. Ubana manithi nabe nivotele mna. Nithathe isigqibo ubana ndiyasebenza okanye andisebenzi na. Nivotele abantu abarayithi. Sisigqibo senu esibana votelana abantu abarayithi. Inkosi.
Honorable Kayla, I'm not going to allow you to speak again. Where is your iPad? Where is your iPad, Honorable Kayla?
It takes me 2 minutes to set up.
Where is your iPad? No, it's fine. You will answer me in the Internal Arrangements Committee. I now call upon Honorable Haramse, the Patriotic Alliance. Honorable Haramse, you have 3 minutes. Thank you.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable Acting Premier, members of the Executive, members of the House, fellow citizens. Before I start, I'd like the House to note that October month is also Down Syndrome Awareness Month, a time to celebrate people with Down syndrome and raise awareness of their abilities and accomplishments. Honorable Deputy Speaker, in the past few days, I've sat with the ground forces, the men and women who walk our streets, knock on doors, and carry the heartbeat of our communities. I've listened to their stories of hope and hardship, of disappointment and determination. And I was reminded that behind every statistic we quote in this House, there is a human being. A mother struggling to feed her children, a graduate still searching for work, a pensioner who just wants to see service delivery before her eyes close. These are not numbers, they are names. Yesterday, during our caucus in Buffalo City, leaders from across our ward spoke with honesty and heart. One young man said, "We don't want promises anymore, we want purpose." And an elderly added, "We don't want favors, we just want government to work." Those words cut deep, because governance at its core is not about policies, it's about people. Section 195 of our Constitution reminds us that public administration must be accountable, transparent, and participatory. But that only happens when government steps off the podium and walks the pavements, when we listen before we lead. Honorable Deputy Speaker, our city faces many challenges: unemployment, inequality, poor infrastructure, and slow service delivery. But none of these are greater than the spirit of our people. The Patriotic Alliance believes that when we empower our citizens, we unleash the power to rebuild from below, brick by brick, dream by dream. To that end, we recommend 1. Job creation economic strategies that deliver results, not just paperwork. 2. Infrastructure investments that connects communities, because a working road leads to a working economy. 3. Social programs that don't just promise, but protect the vulnerable. 4. Support for small businesses, because local hands can build a national economy. And an uncompromising fight against corruption, because every rand stolen is a hope delayed. When we give a young person a skill, we give them dignity. When we fix a street light, we give a mother safety. When we plan with the people, we build a future that belongs to them. Madam Honorable Speaker, our people have not given up. They are still singing, sometimes quietly, sometimes painfully, but always with faith. As Psalm 30 verse 5 so beautifully reminds us, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. It is time for Buffalo City's morning to come, a new dawn of opportunity, integrity, and shared growth. As the Patriotic Alliance, we say, let us be the ones who turn frustration into faith and potential into progress. Because when we build with the people, not for the people, we build a city that will sing again. Honorable Speaker, the time for talk has passed. Let's deliver the joy in the morning. I thank you.
You call me a madam again, I will stop you. I now call upon Honorable May from the VF Plus.
We are not a rainbow nation anymore. With 142 race laws, it's impossible to unite any nation. We have heard it so many times today, unemployment, unemployment. Weet jy waarom is daar soveel werkloosheid in Suid-Afrika? Weet jy hoekom? En na 94 het die Vryheidsfront gewaarsku vir die DA en die ANC oor regstellende aksie en swart ekonomiese bemagtiging. Duisende mense, byna 'n miljoen het Suid-Afrika verlaat. Hulle is mense wat hoogs gekwalifiseer het. Hulle beskik oor die nodige kundigheid. Dis die mense wat die werk in Suid-Afrika moes gedoen het. Kom ek noem vandag vir u, vir manufacturing in South Africa, 0. Vervaardiging bestaan nie meer nie. Ons is afhanklik van China. China gee werk en hulle kom damp hulle produkte in Suid-Afrika. Waarom? Omdat ons nie meer oor die kundigheid beskik in Suid-Afrika nie. Ek wil vandag vir u sê, my leier sê altyd Dr. Corneille Mulder, wanneer dit in belang van Suid-Afrika sal jy saam met enige party werk. And all I can say to you today, I feel sorry for you. Especially the unemployment. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable May. Honorable members, there's a black Bostonia hat that was left at the restaurant while we were having lunch. If you have lost that hat, please. Oh, you got it? Oh, okay. I was very worried about your outfit because. All right, thank you. Why are people so angry today? We're seeing new things. Even Mr. Ngobo, Honorable Ngobo is standing in the podium without me having to invite him. I also angry, Honorable Ngobo. No, it's fine, you may continue. Your 3 minutes starts now.
I'm taking over now. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, and the fellow citizens of Buffalo City, I greet you all. The Umkhonto weSizwe Party, rises today to speak to a theme that touches the very heart of our democracy, to empower our people, building our nation. Together we strengthen democracy and drive progress. Honorable Deputy Speaker, democracy is not measured by how loudly we speak in these chambers, but it is measured by how deeply our people are heard in their communities and such platforms. Empowerment means giving our people not only the right to vote, but the power to decide, to participate, to co-govern, and to prosper. Today, as we are sitting here, we are reminded that the legislature belongs to the people, not to the politicians, but to the citizens, especially of Buffalo City now who are here, and those of the Eastern Cape at large. The workers, youth, women, and elders, whose voice must guide us, be at the center of our governance. Honorable Speaker,
Let this not be mere activity to comply with Section 118 of the Constitution, but a true reflection of meaningful public participation to empower our people and build our nation. Honorable Deputy Speaker, after 30 years of democracy, our people are still asking hard questions such as, why do so many communities remain without water, sanitation, or decent housing? Some of them are even using the bucket system, even today. Why are small businesses struggling when our province has the potential to be a powerhouse of agriculture, tourism, and manufacturing? Why do our young graduates wander in the streets, jobless, while the tender goes to the connected ones? MK Party says the empowerment and the solid nation building is economic empowerment. Our democracy cannot be complete when our people are politically free but economically trapped. We must build a state that works for the many but not for the few. As the MK Party, we commit to ensuring that every law, every policy, every decision taken in this legislature reflects the will and the welfare of the people of this province.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Ngobo. I now call upon the African National Congress, Honorable Peters.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker. And greetings to everybody. Ndibuye kwesibini. Honorable Deputy Speaker, we are meeting today, and this year is the 70th anniversary of the Freedom Charter. And the ones that were speaking here, they were not part of the Freedom Charter when it was crafted, because they did not see black people as human beings in this country. And we do understand that we are on the eve of local government elections, and people are coming here to grandstand in order to get votes and not tell the truth and where we come from, because young people would not know where we come from. Where are we coming from as the majority of people in this country? And they are also supporting the very same country, US, President Trump, who is imposing tariffs in South Africa. And now we come here and grandstand, whereas we support him on the other side. And also, their partners went to America to lie about South Africa and made things worse, lying about the government of this country, saying that we are killing people in this country, not saying what happened before 1994 and how many people were killed by them before 1994 in this country. And they talk as if they are angels here. Go to the city of Cape Town. Corruption, 1.6 billion, those are the latest ones. We're not going to go back to other years. And now we're talking about public participation. That was not there before 1994. Public participation came after 1994. It's this same government that introduced public participation. We were here before 1994. We were adults in this country. We did not have a voice in this country, in this land of ours. We did not have a voice. Now we're saying everybody must speak. Some of the key essential components of democracy are public participation. That's why we are here. Accountability and transparency, freedom of expression and protection, of the vulnerable. As we gather here today, we are enhancing one of those components, that is public participation. Deputy Speaker, in an attempt to ensure that we adhere and conform to the principles and components of democracy, allow me to contribute into this beautiful topic that says empower our people, building our nation. Together, we strengthen democracy and drive progress together. We know, as the African National Congress, that democracy is far more than the right to vote. That's why we have public participation. We know that true democracy is realized when every citizen can participate meaningfully in the economy, not just talking here, gain skills, the economy that is in the hands of the minority, own businesses and secure livelihoods. Economic empowerment is the foundation of a strong, inclusive economy. No government ever talked about inclusive economy other than this government that is led by the African National Congress. When our people have access to work, enterprise and resources, they are not just beneficiaries, they are active participants in shaping the future of their communities. Here in the Eastern Cape, as the Eastern Cape government, our mission is clear, is to build an economy that uplifts communities, fosters entrepreneurship, and ensures sustainable livelihood. Through the Provincial Economic Development Strategy, we are strengthening industrial development, supporting micro, small, and medium enterprises, and attracting investment that drives shared prosperity through our special economic zones and industrial parks. For your information, there were no special economic zones in the Eastern Cape before 1994 because it was deliberate that Eastern Cape must be a labor-sending province. And they were developing other provinces, not the Eastern Cape. But the government of the people, for the people, by the people, took a decision, a deliberate decision, to say, let us have special economic zones. And we have 2 performing special economic zones in this province and in the continent, not only in the Eastern Cape. Uba ingazange ANC ithathelwe decision ngezingekho. So masingathethi apha ngathi abantu abamnyama sasibahoyile before 1994. The enterprise development, Deputy Speaker, remains a cornerstone of empowerment.